What should we fight for, huh? What should this be about? So far it's a chop. Oh, almost chopped again. Now it did. That's 4 direct. So I'm gonna burn one hand. I'm gonna go for it. Oops. Cleared it. You got it. Fucking got it, man. First try. No. I can't walk away from shoes that look like this. I just can't. I'm gonna burn a hand. I'm gonna reduce the black chip. But I should, by the way. I should. It was good I skipped the hand. So now we're gonna put one on the player. And I lost. See what I mean? Now, what if I had rolled the purple back out there again? I'd be down a quarter, right? So, we still have some ammo. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see what happens with the player. But if it would have stayed choppy, I would have just kept extracting. We're gonna try banker here. 2 things to put a pin in right now. First of all, it's a choppy shoe. Second of all, player's never gone 3. The other thing to put a pin in is the 3-4 qualified itself by virtue of that going player. So that's alive. But I wasn't going to play for it immediately following a 1-2 chop fail. So I stayed out of that hand. But we will bet against the player with 1 black chip, not a purple, but a 1/5 unit on the pink. And we win. So, could very well be a non-player come down kind of shoe. Maybe. It's an overall choppy shoe. Oh, it's looking more bank. So we gotta wait. Can't bet against that. Or with it. But it is still bank. So, nothing's gone 4 yet, right? Doesn't mean it can't. What would you do? Well, I'm going to put a 1/5 unit that it won't go for. And if it does, I'm going to do it again that it won't go 5. I win 4. Flat bet. Got it right back. Never happened. Right. Now I'm going to use the same bullet on bank. So player doesn't go 3. 3-4 chops 100, by the way. That's 2 times in a row it would have worked in a 2-shot effort. If you were willing to 1-1.5 or 1-2 it, at the very least you're getting your money back in the second effort. And you didn't pay commission, so that's fun. You'd at least be up 1 unit still, because it's on player. But anyway, I'm going to bet against player in this instance. And I'm right, 30-1. Great. So, I'm going to wait here. It's probably banker though. Oh, 9/8. Okay, so we're going to go back to bank again. We're over 500 right now. Alright, so it lost. It lost. So guess what? Guess what? I'm going to do the remaining profit that it won't go 3 player. And if it does, then it motherfucking does. And we're back to where we started, right? The worst that can happen is we're back to where we started. Not down. We're basically parlaying. Not parlaying, but we're flat betting it out there again. So I'm just going to put it all out. I'll just do 4. I'll save that 65 for aggravation commission later. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do the 4. And we're going to get fucked. Great. So I'm going to do 1 black chip on the 3-4 chop until that stops. I'm going to do that. And I lost. Great. Now I'm going to try one big unit on the back. And if I'm wrong here, I gotta sit out. You know, I hope it doesn't. But I will sit out a moment. And I lost. So Brad's up. Let's see if he wins. Sure did. Brad special won. So I'm on defense mode now, right? I'm down a unit. I'm down a purple. I'm down to one critical purple unit. I consider that to be the attack unit, right? Oh, look. Looky. Hasn't gone 3 on the second yet. So I'm going to try for that. And if this fails, then that's off for the rest of the shoe. Well, that failed. It's not going to burn a hand. Gosh darn it, I'm down 2 big ones now. Now, because I burned a hand, I can jump in on this variable for 2 tries, not 1. And I'm going to hope that it never goes chop for a second here. I want to at least get it on the second. So this will be a second bank. Hopefully. I need this to work twice just to get even. There's 1. So now I'm just waiting for a color change. I don't give a fuck about anything else. 3-4 chops dead by virtue of the run of 5 Brad specialed. So I'm not even, I mean, you could put a side bet on bank never to go 5, but I'm not going to do it. It's a little streaky for my liking, so I don't want to fuck with it. And it's a color change, so here we go. Hopefully we catch this here. Fucked. Got one more try though, right? And I lost again. See? I'm not infallible. So we wait. Down 3 units, man. But remember, way back here, we were up to 1 on the first try. See what I mean? You just go home after the first win of the day. Just bet of the day. Fuck all this. So now I just gotta wait around. It sucks, you know. Watching everyone rebuy and gotta call them over to verify all the cocksuckery, and you just gotta wait. It sucks, but you gotta do it. Alright. There's nothing here either, unless this goes 3-player. Yeah, not 3-player, but 3 side by side. It's back in play again. And that is 7 out of 9 on the second. That is pretty nice. But there's no way to know that was going to happen. I have to qualify it to happen. So now we're going to bet second bank. I hope we get a couple of these, because we need to get some ammo back here. Okay, we got to try again. Natural, just in time. Couldn't afford to go back, so now we gotta wait. And even if it goes bank, we still gotta wait. Well, there's a bank. We re-qualify. Nope, didn't work. So the 2 seconds are done. So it's 2 fails in a row. With the 3 hands, right? I won't re-qualify it until they're side by side again. So once that came down, I'm like, okay, great, we saved it, but we need another one to stay on it, and it didn't happen. So regardless what happens here, it's kind of choppy all of a sudden, right? It's not going 3. So let's just wait a moment. We're still down 3. Second player. Okay. It's tough for me because players got all the dominance here right there. You know, banks only come down the 1 time out of 4 attempts, and players come down the last 4 times. So I'm a little scared about betting against player there. But it's choppy. Something's gonna go 3. I don't know what. But for this instance, I'm gonna hope for a little bit longer nothing does. But it won't surprise me at all if it's... Okay, we got a natural. Good. I'm gonna burn a hand. Tie. Okay, it's still choppy, see? You think it... Oh, man. I'm just going to do a black chip. I'm going to do a black chip for the chop because I'm scared of that second player. Yeah, see? Some shit, right? Now I'm going to do the purple. Doesn't mean it'll work. But when you're doing purple, you definitely want to see a natty. So, it's a little 1-2-1-2. You know. It's too perfect. I can't not put something there. It worked. I'll parlay that effort on the big. Did it work? I bet the purple. That didn't work either. I am not infallible, but I was right to be concerned about those second players, huh? I said there was 4 second players in a row. Well, now there's 6 of them. Huh. Fuck. Frankly, there's been 8 out of 9 second players. That's the thing that should have been putting a pin in, but whatever. I was too focused on my base strategy to even give it any credit. But I did say it was dominated. It's nothing but player right now. What the fuck's going on? So we trust Brad. He was right last time. I'm gonna jump with Brad and get my natty here. We win. It wasn't pretty, but we win. So I'm gonna wait. I certainly ain't gonna try anything with second bank. Look at all those empty spots. Well, it did. Huh. Let's see what happens here. What hand are we on? We're almost at hand 60. Kind of want to leave the shoe, but I don't want to lose track of what my money is. So I'm gonna have to just either burn the hands. Oh. Well, tell you what, we're gonna do 150. That it won't go past the 3-4 chop on banker. And I'm right. No, of course, he gets a miracle 4 and ties it. That he is. And I went. No, I got fucked by a 9 anyway. So now I gotta do the purple on the player. I need this to work. Okay. Well, Brad's undefeated on the Brad special, so I'm gonna go with that one more time. And I win. Fortunately, banker zeroed out. Okay, we're still down to Brad, by the way, 100% on the Brad special. All 3 times. That motherfucker was right, wasn't he? I'll never forget it. He'd look me in the eye and he'd say it. It's uncanny how many times I do that and it just always chops on 5. And why? Because he probably used to bet for runs, and he got tired of it never reaching the bottom, let alone right-hand turn, right? He's like, fuck that shit. I'm going to clip it at the knees every time. And look, all 3 times it worked. Now, that doesn't always work. But that's fucked up. How often it does? Alright, I got to wait here, because second bag's been sucking the whole shoe, so I'm definitely not betting the dominancy there. I'm just going to wait. I got to start doing this at my desk and track how many times I put the critical 5 out there in a shoe. Because I don't think I've done it too many times. I mean, not over 60 hands I haven't. 65 hands. I got to burn this hand too, because it's just 3 direct. Potential of a come down, gotta wait. Yeah, it came down, so chop's dead. Player is indestructible, so I can't bet against the 3-4 chop there. It's player again, see? It's probably gonna come down again. Yeah, no? Okay. Okay, so every other run of 4 on player came down or chopped. It did the opposite each time. It doesn't mean anything, I just can't unsee it. I can't unsee all these second players either. That's just fucking bananas. You get a flat bet for that once you got the first run and said, I'm just going to bet second player and see how strong it is. You would have been okay. Since after that first run of player, you started right here, you would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10. You'd be netting 6. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Just depends what you want to fuck with, you know. But you got to stick to that. Whatever it is you want to fight for, you got to stick to that. I like to jump around a little bit because I am able to reanalyze the present recency status. Pretty good usually, but because I'm fighting for more variables, I'm doing this to myself, right? Where I can't quite stay over the top. If I would just pick the one thing, I think I would do better with greater longevity. But then, if I'm not playing for the one thing that's working, it chaps my ass, gives me a rash. I hate seeing that open up, but I'm not on it, even now. Anyway, I'm gonna burn this. Already at 16 minutes. Come on, it can't be that long already. Alright, gotta wait. Oh, we got 4 direct. Perfect. That's a new situation. Okay, that's a choppy situation for me. Whatever happens here, I'm gonna bet the opposite. And if it's a bank, I'm gonna bet the opposite every time until it fails. If it's a player, it's a one-shot effort burn. It is a player, so we dodged the bullet there, right? So now I'm gonna put the purple on the bank. Oh God, the bank, right? I'm gonna put it on the bank, and it's a one-shot effort only. And I got a natty. Got the natty, bros. Now I gotta burn it. I'm not gonna bet hard or nothing else. Because this is the shit that be happening. Bank's just so weak on the second. I would have bet chop there, but it's so many that missed. Anyway, my normal strategy, I would burn that hand anyway because I want to win one, burn one, just to make sure it's still choppy. But it's very choppy right now. I feel pretty confident about this. I'm gonna start with the little one first. Glad I did. This player is just on fire. I'll try now. Got him. Okay. That's a great thing about the 4-5. Doesn't have to draw on that face. Alright. Shit. Elongated. Look at it. You think it's going to be a single bank again? Like, look at that. It only came down on bank one time out of potentially 10 occurrences here. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the 12th. 1 out of 12. Wow. Okay, well, you know, second player was hot and second bank was shit. You could have bet for both those things. Fucking crazy. Oh well. Told you. Just a dumb coach, guys. I don't see things till after the fact. What do you want me to tell you? So, I want to point it out though, because that stuff happens. You can definitely capitalize on that if you're intuitive enough to see that in time. Okay? Pay attention to everything. Go back and look at the history, and fuck these other charts too. They don't matter. I don't care what anyone tells you. Top box, all these stupid squigglies and bullshit. Fuck them. This big board is all the shit you need. So, I didn't bet that hand. Yes, I did. So we're gonna burn a hand. I don't trust that second bank. Look at that. It's crazy. It chopped it again, though. Damn. Alright, we're gonna try the one little guy on the bank first. It's very choppy right now. 38 special, though. Second player again, see? Damn. Pause the video and count all those shits. Ever since that first run of 5. We'll leave that in there, too. Look at that. Pause it. That's a lot of second players, right? Fucking crazy. And then look at all the single banks. All the single bankers can't get a date, really. They got money. So, anyway, we're going to bet the banker here. And we're going to be right. Just barely late to the barbecue. 7 over 6. That's how you win a purple at the 6-7 there. That's nice. So, we are winning. Just half a unit, half a purple, but we're winning. It's been a battle, right? Whole fucking shoe been a battle. I never once had to go over the purple. I never did 2 of them. I've reduced to the black ones, but I never did more than 1 purple. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how many times in a shoe am I really going to make that bet? Well, I got to burn again because God knows the time. Okay, it chopped it again, but the time that I bet against, that's when it's going to go too big. Ain't that the way? Look at all these, though. That's sick. Even from like right there. I mean, you could go back further than that. Barely coming down on the second bag, but that's a lot of bags that just did not come down. Furthermore, what's the disparity? If you just bet player the whole shoe for $100 a hand, you'd be up a G. Gotta love player disparities. Doesn't always work like that. It's usually closer to even, but it's funny when it does. So anyway, we were off of that hand, so we are going to bet the bank. I hate that I'm making these bets on the weak side. Kind of wish I was just on the other side. Well, we won. Good. It worked out that time. Oh, it's the end of the shoe. All right. Well, here's what it looked like. You think it's going to go player this time? Because it's a lot of single bangers. Fucked up, right? I'm not betting it either way. We won for that shoe. We won 335. We're going to pocket that and go to the new one. But let's see what would have happened. Yeah, chopped it again. Fucking fucked up. Alright, so we have a new shoe now. We're still up 335. We're going to just play it from here and keep the scoreboard the way it is so we know where we're at. And we're just going to find a new thing to fuck with. I needed these practice reps. I haven't practiced in a while. I'm so busy working. Oh, I made like $12.50 in 5 days. The hard way, $2.50 a day. And I want to run it and just win $250 in one bet a day. Ain't that fucking great? So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. See what I can make over the weekend. Just keep stacking bricks, man. My wife showed me what her take home is for what she bakes. She's crushing me, first of all. But she gets a lot taken out. More than I realized. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of depressing. So we got a 2-1-1. I'm going to wait here. I need at least one more chop, then we'll bet the opposite. Yeah. It's not quite 4, but I'm going to bet the opposite of whatever happens next. It did chop, so definitely now. We're going for this. I'm going to bet this at a 2-hand flat bet, actually. I hope I get it right away. It's as choppy as it can be. Tie. Oh, drama. Here's the drama now. We lost to a 6-7. You cunt. So I gotta do that again. Okay, we got it right back. Got it right back. And I'm now gonna stick with this, but I am going to do it on the cheap first now because that was a little stressful. And I don't know if this is going to continue, but it did. So it is still choppy, but real quickly, let's remember too, when it came down, it immediately chopped. Twice, right? Both times. So as far as having the two side-by-sides, this might be one of those shoes where it doesn't really go three side-by-side on the second. I want to say that before it happens, okay? When a shoe starts out this choppy, it's indicative of a shoe that's not going to allow it to come down side-by-side, because why? It's choppy. So it'll be difficult for it to. It still could on a 2-2-2 pattern. That would suck. It happens. We won that hand, so I'm going to burn it. We're also less than 100 away from a daily. Again, one purple a day. I'm going to just do one on Banker. It's a tie. Of course it is. And I went, oh my god. You know I was counting that already. Fuck another face card. Come on. All I had to do was beat the ace. But we gave ourselves the nobility and the grace of reducing to the black chip. So now we can swing one time. Come on, get the money, man. Don't make me look stupid. And they did. They gave a fucking player a 9. So, back in the lab again. And just back to even. If we can. Jesus, they 3-face carded me again. Can you believe this? What the fuck? Do we bet with Brad? Do we let Brad save us? They wouldn't dishonor a dead man strategy, would they? I think we're gonna get the 8-9 Brad here. Let's see. Nope, they fucked us with the player naturals. Now I have to chase that. And then I lose to a natural the other way. So this is just insulting now. We're now down 3 units. Bet too many hands in a row, right? That's what happened. I'm such a cunt. Well, let's see if I can fix my cunt-like behavior. And we're going to bet player for the weak side to stay weak, and it did. Now I'm going to parlay that on the dominancy. And I got that too. So yeah, it could just be a player shoe. So, once again, I wanted to come back to this and say, look at that. When it did come down, all 3 times it chopped right away, right? Twice at least, right? Sure, it came down second player here, but they're not coming down side by side. So that's 100% right now. We'll see what this run does. I don't know. It might come down second bank because we're not doing it. Really? It's probably overdue. So I'm going to go small here. I'm going to say that the player is going to stay strong. So, right? So you see what I'm saying? Oh, shit out there. Nobody cares about that. All 4 times it never came across 2 on the second. That's 100,000%. You'd be up 4 units just saying that ain't gonna happen. And even if they came down side by side, if you were flat betting it and you won the very next time it didn't come down on the second, then you got your money back. No harm, no foul. You know, worst case, $5 commission or whatever. But I want to point that out, how strong a variable that can be for you on a shoe that you can't find anything else. Stopped short of a long Megalodon run. You had a little chop going and then it stopped. But this was 100. Never failed. Never had 2 side by side. So we wait. We have a new thing. First of all, we got paid and then I'm gonna wait anyway. But we have 4 chops potentially here without a going 3. So I'm gonna burn a hand for the chop. And then I'm gonna proceed with the chop here, even though it's the weak side. In fact, it's definitely the weak side, so I can't do more than one of these. I definitely can't put the purple out. That's saving it for the reds to go blue. But I was right. Being right's still right. So now I'm going to do the same thing again, but on player. And I hope it never goes 3. Tie. I got him. So now it's chop mode. I'm going to burn a hand for the chop. Tie. And it chopped. Still choppy. You know, there's a part of me that wants to bet that every single time for the chop. But I'm trying to be more selective here. So I'm going to use it on the weak side to bet against the weak side. And I'm right. I got a natural 8. All those bankers that chopped immediately could have been purple bats. But I can't think like that, right? Don't be a greedy cunt. That's how they get you. The one time it doesn't work, you're going to get fucked up. So I won that, so I'm going to burn this hand. Okay, so that's 5 directs. So now we're on it. I'm on it for this for 2 hands. Win or lose. I lost, so I got to try one more. Tie. It's got to be a player now. Another natural. Soul Recovery. Sure, now it's an agile player. Fucking cunts. Second I do a back-to-back purple bat, that's where they fuck us. It just became personal. If we get to 500 at any point in this video, I'm closing it out and just say, see how stupid this whole process was? We had it on the very first win of the day, the very first bet of the day. We played through 2 whole shoes and we ended up with the same result, right? 450 or better, I should be off this shoe, right? I should. That's a fucking absolutely should. I don't know if I'm going to find anything else on this shoe now. But look, once again, they didn't go side by side on the second. That's 6 in a row now. 6 in a fucking row. Never went side by side. Second player, second break. Fuck. That's where the money was, right? For sure. Undeniably true. Watch that in your play, man. That happens a good bit, especially on a more choppy than not shoe. Because that's choppy. It's choppy behavior. So I gotta wait here. I don't have a play here. I still don't have a play here. Player's starting to get a little weak, isn't it? Now player can't catch a second. Interesting. It's 4 in a row, it didn't. Anywho, we're going to bet the opposite of whatever happens right now. It's a very weak banker hand, but it won. I'm going to try to get one back right here. And I did not. I did not. Crap, I'm down 4 plus units. So I'm going to bet for the 3-4 chop at the little stuff. That's wrong, so I'm going to try with the big stuff now. Damn, I hope this works. Luckily, we got a third card 9. Luckily, very luckily. So the thing to put a pin in right now still is the 3-4 chop on bank is alive. Player is probably going to jump to bank if the history says anything. It's never had 2 side by side. This would in fact be the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th occurrence in a row. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this goes banker, where it did not go side by side on the second. Fuck me. Like, think about that on a parlay. What that should have been. 8 in a row. With a $100 starter. 2, 4, 8, 16. 32, 64, 12, 8. The most you could do is 10. Be 22, 8. If this hits right here. For 10G. That's what this would be. For 10G off $100 would have been 22,800 if this fucking doesn't go player. And the answer is you would have lost it all. But you don't have to take it that far. I'm just saying it for semantics' sake. So, here's the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 worked right away on the first try. Now, this one failed on the first try, but you have one more chance. So first we need a color chase, so let's find a banker. And if you were flat betting, okay, here's the banker. So here's the deal. If you were flat betting it, you'd have a chance to get your money back. If you were just doing 100 each time, you would have made 7, and then this one you would have gave 1 back. So you would need it to go player here to get that back. Otherwise, you're risking 2, and you'd net the 5. You know what I mean? So let's see if it would have gone player here. And it did not, so you would have gave back 2. You had a total of 7. You gave back 2. You still have 5. You should run for the hills with that 5. Fuck how many times these seconds come out. You already got paid. You don't have to fucking try hard anymore. But unfortunately, I didn't do that, so I have to try hard, so here we go. I had a bet for the seconds now. And I got it. So now I desperately want another bank to come out when a bank happens eventually. Gotta find it first. Okay, here we go. The cunt within me wants to parlay this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be a good example. And I tied. Come on, bank. Yes, I should have parlayed it. Shut up, John. So we're going to wait for a player, and we're going to do that too. And here it is. We're going to try that. And we got a 7 to a faggot-ass 9. So now I got to bet banker and recollect that. And I tied again, because that's what they fucking do to me. And then I get another 9 tie, which was very fortuitous. And now I'm going to win. Nope, I'm going to get fucked. Okay, great. So I'm down 3 units. 3 units is not the end of the world. I just wait around. Wait around. Wait around. Wait around. And that's a series of 4 without it going 3. Maybe. It's not really strong. But I'm going to bet banker here. Damn it. It's like they know what I'm doing, right? Fuck. Well, this is 37 minutes. What kind of pissing match you want to be in for the day? Because this is frustrating, right? Knowing I was up 500 off the very beginning of the day, and now I'm subjecting myself to missing out on countless variables, and I'm still down. But, you know, I said it the other video, like, sometimes just sit out 27 hands and see what's really going on, and then play for what happened. And just see, because if it works the first time, you could just leave. So let's see here. I gotta wait. Probably gonna have to go to yet a 3rd shoe just to get this right. But I'll find something, and I'll actually be on it. Right now, we got the 3 seconds in place. I'm gonna jump on that. And I'm correct. So now I gotta burn a hand. I gotta get it to go to player. It did. I got a choice to make here. That's a lot of seconds, first of all. Right. Prior to this player, that was 9 out of 11 occurrences where the second would have worked. Prior to that, I wasn't doing that at all. So I had no inclination I was going to start with the first 5, right? But last time I went for it with at least 5. That doesn't mean this will, but I'm going to try. And I got a natural. So now I got to wait. We also have a terrible 2 opening up right now. Screaming to bet bank, but I'm going to wait. I'm glad I did. I had to pause it real quick because she was going to bed. And there are distractions at the casino. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're waiting for a bank. That's really all I can do with this mess right now. We touched the bottom. Side bet, right? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to do a couple on that. Tie. Ain't those right hand turns a motherfucker? Like, they never happen, right? And that's why Brad loved it. That's why he loved betting against it. Alright, well, we're going to try hard now. Got it. We're getting a lot of these purples with the 9s, aren't we? Alright, I hope this goes a little while longer. really want to get off of this. Gotta reduce to the black and bet against the 3-4 chop. With the 3-4 chop, rather. No good. I'll try one more. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna get involved with Brad right now. He's lost this shoot. Yeah, Brad lost all 3 tries this shoot. Huh? Shoot, before he got all 3 of them. This time he lost all 3 of them. Interesting. Well, hopefully this is the one that right hand turns because we need some momentum here. Yep, there we go. Stay on it. Here we go. One more gets us into the black. Ooh, natural tie. Well, it's the last hand. Just gonna go for it. Got it. Well, how about that? We're not losing. All right. We got a new shoe. We got $75 in extra aggravation commission, which will pay for 3 purple chips. So let's go. We only need 1. Fucking crazy shit, right? Spend entire 2 shoes of your life, and you're not losing, but all you have to show for it are a couple green chips. But I'm gonna be careful how I play this, you know. All right, so we have our first 2 and a bank. What should we do? Let's start out small and say that they're not gonna go side by side, and they might. Tied. Oh, and they got the natty. Look, got another shoe that won't go side by side. Except this time I actually bet for it. Now I gotta burn a hand for the chop. It did not chop, but we're gonna bet for it here. And this will be for the victory. This will also be our highest moment of the entire video. Come on. No. They never make anything easy for me, do they? I'm gonna burn one hand here. See if the 3-4 chop's in play. Tie. And player. I'm gonna try the 3-4 chop here. And then I'll let Brad do his thing. I win though, so sorry, Brad's on hold. So we're back up 150. We're gonna reduce to the black one. And we're gonna pray it never goes 3 banker. It went 2. We have our first instance of a 2 side by side. So I'm gonna bet this purple on the player. I hope it never go 3 player. Or 3 banker, sorry. And it did, because there comes it happened. Now I'm gonna reduce to the black chip. I'm gonna bet against it for 2 hands. And I got it. So now we're down less than a unit. We're going to put that fellow right out there on bank right now because it has not gone 3 on the second yet. It's funny how that works. You have one shoe where it never went 2 on the second, and then this shoe right away it gives you 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. Fucking bastards, because they know what I'm doing. I don't feel like the shuffle the cards just to beat you, right? Whatever bullshit you're going to employ for that moment, that's the opposite that's going to happen. It's fucked up. Alright, so I'm going to reduce, and I'm going to bet against it for 2 hands. Okay, it's a tie. And I win. And of course, you know what I'm going to do here. Not betting for its jump would be silly now. I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's not a 1 and a jump anymore. Now we have this, so that's off the table. So it's all about this now, until it fails. It could fail right away. It's not happening right now. Good. Okay, we just need 1 more of those. I'm gonna bet. Okay, side bet that the 3-4 will stick. We lost 1/0. Fantastic. Here we go. Nope. Burn a hand. Brad won with the Brad special. Got the 8. Got the natural April. Now I get the dog shit. Now I need to get this. Awesome. You know, it's just not fair sometimes. It's not. Alright. Bet small in the bank, 3-4 chop. Lovely. Means nothing to me, but lovely. Oh shit. I gotta wait. I've gotta wait. Okay, well. Back on the seconds now. Here goes nothing. I tied to ones. There was literally 8 cards that would have made me win. Face cards would have tied me. There's 4 of those. And only 1 card that would have made me lose. You'd be surprised how many times that 1 card would have came up on my luck. But here we go. Natural. Burning a hand. Natural player, betting the player. Got another now. 2-2-2 patterns in play, but I'm going to ignore that for a moment. Now I'm going to put 100 on it. Double tie. I win. Lottie freaking duh. Now I'm going to put the purple on it. Come on, keep it alive. Please keep it alive. Yes. We might make it there. It's a long little go here. Look at that. Once again. You see why I like this, right? You see what I'm saying? I don't have to figure out how far they're coming down, right? I just want to be right more than I'm wrong. And there's no way I could justify or quantify any of these are going to go down. Because only one went 5. All the others stepped on 2 or 3 for the most part. You can't call those runs. But you can call them seconds all day long. Every one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two spaces. And then 6 more. That's 10 out of 12. That is fucking fantastic. If that's what you insisted on only getting involved with. I mean, not even knowing anything off the rip, look at that. It's only missed 4 times for the shoot and hit 11. You'd still be up 7, which is amazing. On a flat bet, absolutely fucking amazing. You also have an incredible 2-2-2 pattern that just went 5 times in a row, but I'm ignoring that part of this. Would have worked again, though. Literally, you could have won all 10 of those hands. If you, I mean, I don't know where you would jump in on that. Maybe after 2 of them in a row, but it's not my favorite. But I like betting for the second. I don't have to bet everyone to jump, too. I just want to get that second. Hello. Oh, I tied. I got a lucky-ass tie there. Then I got fucked. Brutally. So now I'm going to try for the second day. I win. Okay, so the seconds are off, but the chop mode's still going. I'm going to burn. Nope, chopped over. Good burn. So we just wait now. We need a whole new variable now. It's over. Alright, so we just wait around. We're going to see if we get a second player here. If we do, then we're back on the seconds. We did. So as soon as it goes bang, come on, bang. Nope, not yet. Did now, so now we're on it. We win natural over 0. Bang, we're up again, guys. We've been at this for 50 minutes straight. This is the 3rd shoe of the video, and I want to say again, the very first hand that I bet this video, I was up. I don't know. We were up that 475, whatever the fuck. I don't know. But we were up. So, we need a second player to be at our highest moment for the video. Right now. Right fucking now. They gave it to us. Now they test your contesting attitude. Do you want to stick with this? Because it is a crazy good shoe. Like, from this point forward, you would add 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, miss 2, you'd be down to 2. Then you would have gained another 6, you'd be at 8. Then you would have gave one back for 7. You would have got 4 more right here, you'd be at plus 11. What do you want plus 11 to be? 1,100? 11,000? 11 million? What do you want to... what do you want to... Because that's what you could have had right there. But anyway, I wasn't totally betting for that the entire shoe. I needed to requalify when it missed, because you never know when a long chop's going to open up. So you have to be careful, you know. I feel like that's why I stop after I lose 2 in a row, because that's enough. I don't want to see anything more than 3. To lose twice in a row means it was a third chop, right? So, anyway, now you got to start making a business decision, right? This is the third shoe. We managed to come back up to the 710 here. I mean, just internalize and think. For all the effort you put into this 3 shoes deep, you got it to 710. And if you did that for 30 days, you'd have over $21,000. You see how fucking stupid that is? Fucking crazy stupid, but it's true. 3 times 7 is 21. Add the zeros, you'd have 21,000. Fucking stupid. But that's what it would be. Fucking crazy. Just not being a cunt. Just allowing yourself to win and go home for the day. That's all you'd have to do. But, you know, you gotta fish for it for a little while. Not every shoe's gonna produce the same way. This one's sort of like a unicorn, you know. If you're waiting just for the seconds, it's undeniable. And you don't gotta worry how far they're going down. Nobody gives a fuck. As long as you're winning on the second, you're winning. If you lose, you net the difference. You subtract the losses, you net the difference. Say, I'm still good. Fuck them. I know a lot of people, they'd have a bad day there. If they were able to get out of their night with 500 plus, they'd consider that a victory after a bad day at the office. Okay, so since we are over the 5 number, I'm going to simply abandon using those for a moment. And that gives us the grace to try the black chip just 2 times. And if it fails twice in a row here, we're off at it. We keep the 5. But if we keep winning, we're going to make them suck it. So we're going to find out right now if this is going to work. We're going to try it on bank. There's no promise it's going to work. Well, we got it. We beat that 7 with the 9. And that's when you begin the suck it dance. Because now you know there's no way you're going home with less than 600. And we're just going to see how long this good stuff lasts for. On the cheap, relatively speaking, on the cheap. We're certainly not trying to worry about 3-4 chops or Brad special or none of that. We're just going to bet the player here. And if that don't work, we're going to bet bank. And that didn't work, so we're going to bet the bank 1 time only. And if that doesn't work, we're going to walk with the 6. We got the natural though, so we're still alive. But now that there is a hiccup pattern, I have to requalify it again. So I need to see them come down side by side. Because times could be a change in here. It's another run of 3. That's a lot of runs of 3 all of a sudden, right? Look at that. 4 times in a row. If it went 3, it stopped at 3, but it did get there. Fucked up. Stopped right on 3. See why I came up with that 3-4 bullshit chopping? For the entire shoe, the 3-4 chop is a league of its own. It worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it only fucking failed 1 time. So if you're betting that on a 1-2, you're winning that whole stretch of 9. Every one of those would count as a +1. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You would have lost this one where I went 5 banker. but that would have cost you 3. You'd still be up 6. You'd still be up 6 of whatever your base unit was. You know what I mean. If you were betting on it a 1-2, even if you were betting on it a 1-1.5, you'd be doing okay. But anyway, we need to burn this hand. We need to see if we're going to get the seconds to recollect themselves. And it did. Look at that. That's fucking sick. From that point forward, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Then you'd miss one, and then you'd have 5 more. So you'd have 11 out of 12. Then you'd miss one, and you got 2 more. So if you had 11 out of 12, you'd miss one. That would be 11 out of 13. You get 2 more. You'd have 13 out of 15. That's fantastic. Fuck. How much do you want your unit to be worth? Because you'd have 13 of them. 13 out of 15 for a net of 12. Net of 11. Net of 11. What if you were betting a G every time on the second? You'd be up $11,000. I say it to be just, out of principle. That's what it could be. If you got that kind of bankroll to fuck with. But you're flat betting. You're not chasing your money. It's because you got it to fuck with, and you're just trying your hardest. So let's see if this goes player again. It hasn't gone 5 player the whole shoe. And that stands true. It still hasn't. Maybe they'll put a pin in a whole bunch of things on this, wasn't I? Well, I'm saying is it happens. You could have decided to do it or not do it, You have to be honest with yourself what you said you would have did. So, me personally, I don't want to bet that. I want to bet the small stuff now because we already won. I don't have to prove nothing else. I'm trying to needle them now like they needled me with the commission. I'm just going to needle them with this until it fails twice. Hasn't in a million years, so I got to do this. I win again. Fuck them. So now I wait for a color change. I just keep extracting more from them. And then I thank them for their money and go home. Right? Right? We worked hard for this bullshit. It took 3 shoes to find this, but we hung in there. And we were never down more than 4 critical units. That's what I'm talking about. Just the longevity of it all. Letting everyone burn the faggot-ass hands that don't matter and find the good ones, and now we're getting paid. You don't have to do the whole 80 hands a shoe, you psychotic. There's no reason to do that. So now we're going to just flat bet it 2 more times here if necessary. We've been getting it on the first. Got it again. Fuck them. We're at a G. We're at a G, not even trying. It's just fucking being patient. So now we're going to wait for another color change. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't give a fuck. Just wait. There it is. Now I'm going to try for it. It's like... Okay, it finally lost. Fuck them. So I got one more try, though. I could just humble myself and say, nah, 900's still good. I don't need to try again. I already won enough. I could have even said that when I was at the 4 digits, honestly. But you go through enough bullshit. When things are working, you want to stay on it till it fails. But you have to be willing to understand that your run is through then. And be like, you're conceding those 2 bullets, right? If it fails back to back, you're conceding those. That's what you're going to walk with. You're conceding that. You're conceding that you're going to walk on a loss, right? You're conceding that, okay, fine. They got me. Finally. Fuck them. But I still got all these. So they can suck a dick. So if I lose this, I'm still up 8 of them, right? Because I'm reduced to the 1/5 size unit, so these don't hurt my feelings as much as those other ones would have. So I'm like, I'm cool. Oh, but I won again, so fuck them. But here's the thing. We got it right back. We're back to the G again. So now you could say 2 things. You could say, well, this is fantastic. I could stick around and see if it reacquires itself. But do you want to get involved in that noise? Because nothing lasts forever, man. Although it did just come back. There's another side-by-side second. What hand is it on? Oh, it's on hand. This shoe's effectively over. It's on hand 78, so this is basically done. This is an hour video now, too, so, like, I'm not going to take this out much farther. I can't imagine anyone's still watching this. But if you are, you got a treat here. You could see how you could get paid on this. You know, if you've watched this far, you need to understand and count that out. How many you should have had on a flat bet. That's fucking great, isn't it? And fuck how far they came down. You can't call that. You don't have to. As long as you're able to catch these seconds, fuck the empty boxes. How many are there? There's only 1, 2, 3. There's 5 empty boxes. How many of those second boxes were filled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. That's a good number. You have 21 full boxes. You want to see if we get this one too? Fine, let's fucking go. Let's just do it. Because I'm a cunt. I'll do it. I win. So, now I wait for another color change. We're now up 11 bullets. We couldn't get it to change color again, so that's over with. This is why I'm confident in my ability, guys. How many fucking videos do you need to see to realize nobody's got to be poor anymore? You just gotta not be a cunt. That's all it is. If you can stay humble and not be a cunt and not let your overconfidence turn into arrogance and have a little bit of humility in between there, you are gonna be just fucking fine. This proves everything. Have a great day, night, wherever you are. I'm done with this video.